Right. Well, good morning, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well this morning. I'm honored to be here among all of you, such a distinguished group of our civic and business leaders in our community. Thank you to Deanne Healy and the Peabody Area Chamber of Commerce, and thank you to North Shore Bank and all of our sponsors to make this great event happen. As you may know, the city is updating our master plan. The master plan is the city's roadmap, which will define its future for the future and create an implementing plan to help the city achieve our community's shared vision. This morning, I want to touch briefly on 3 key infrastructure projects which will support our vision and serve as the backbone of Peabody's future. Each project will help create new jobs, support local business, and help make our city a better place to live and work. When I was first elected mayor in 2012, I set my focus on rebuilding Peabody's aging infrastructure. I felt a major concern was the deterioration of so many things in our city, our bridges and roads, our water and sewer, our flooding issues that were plaguing our community, and schools and city buildings. During the next decade, we as a community embarked on several major projects to reverse years of infrastructure neglect and breathe new life into the local economy. 10 years ago, downtown Peabody was plagued by flooding issues, dangerous traffic patterns, abandoned buildings, struggling businesses, and very little nightlife. To reduce flooding, we built the Scouting Way Retention Pond, which holds hundreds of thousands of gallons of stormwater upstream that would otherwise flow downtown, and the effects of that have been very real for our city. Utilizing 2 state grants, we invested millions of dollars to streamline downtown traffic patterns, make shops and restaurants more accessible, improve parking and pedestrian safety, and make the entire area much more attractive to investors. And the results from that work has been very real. As you know, downtown Peabody has undergone a dramatic revitalization during the past several years with new housing, restaurants, shops, a black box theater, the North Shore Children's Museum, the magnificent new Bell Inn and Tavern, and opening soon, the new Brody's Pub. Still a lot more to do. We also undertook, a couple of years ago, Peabody's Clean and Sustainable Water Infrastructure Project. Not very exciting to talk about, but it's a 4-phased initiative to stabilize, modernize, and upgrade Peabody's water system and allow us to utilize our own natural resources, produce our own water, and control our own water rates for decades to come. I still think we're one of the lowest water and sewer bills in the entire state, maybe in New England. We built a new Higgins Middle School, which is among the largest middle schools in our region and continues to serve as a model for cities and towns across Massachusetts. As we all know, the beginning of this decade brought with it a worldwide pandemic. Our attention turned to taking care of one another, and major infrastructure initiatives were put on hold. Now, however, as we approach the second half of the 2020s, we are once again looking forward to a bright Peabody future, and once again investing in our critical infrastructure with 3 major projects. First, Central Street. This is a project we've certainly been talking about for many years, but it is finally starting to happen. We received nearly $20 million in state and federal funds to rebuild the entire Central Street corridor, beginning at its intersection with Walnut Street and continuing through Wilson Square to Route 114. The project includes new road surface and sidewalks, crosswalks and traffic signals, and modern landscape and design amenities. Once complete, it will improve traffic flow, accessibility, and the safety and quality of life of tens of thousands of Peabody residents. It will help attract new investment to downtown Peabody and new customers to our downtown businesses. This project is going to be very difficult. I don't want to sugarcoat it. For about 3 years, this project will impact all of you to some degree. All of the city functions will be impacted to some degree, but the end result will be something very special and will transform that whole area into something much better for all of us and much safer for all of us. The second project, I'm actually going in front of the City Council tonight for a hopeful vote, is a new public safety headquarters. 21st century law enforcement demands the very latest equipment, technology, and workspace. I believe it is time that Peabody had a state-of-the-art complex to serve as administrative headquarters for the Peabody Police Department, the Peabody Fire Department, and our emergency management services. The current facility on Allen's Lane is nearly 50 years old. It no longer meets the needs of our outstanding officers, professional support staff, and the nearly 55,000 Peabody residents they serve each day. And again, that vote is this evening. As you may have heard recently, the Massachusetts School Building Authority's Board of Directors recently voted to invite the city into its funding program for a new Peabody Veterans Memorial High School. I know we have Dr. Josh Vidal and some members of his team here today. Although much work lies ahead, this vote represents a major milestone for our city. In just a few years, I figure about 5 years, Peabody will be home to a new high school which meets the needs of our students, faculty, and staff, and one in which the entire community can take great pride. I certainly can speak at length and give more detail to any of those, so please, either today, after this, or anytime, reach out if you have any questions about those 3 important projects. There's many other things also, some road repairs, some bridge work, a number of other things that are going to be taking place in the next couple of years, but those are the 3 key projects. If there's any questions, please reach out, because all of them to some degree are going to impact your lives and your businesses. So please, any information, don't hesitate to reach out. And once again, I want to thank Deanne Healy and her team, all of you, for being here this morning. I wish you the very best. We're working hard in the City Hall to try to help whenever we can. It's always very difficult, but we want nothing but success for all of you. So again, please reach out if there's any questions, and thank you so much for the work you do in our city. Thank you.